body is sculpted by the same wind tunnels that shape Formula One cars. Its 4.5-litre V8 spins to a screaming 9,000 RPM and churns out 562 naturally aspirated horsepower. It drives through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that shifts so fast you'd swear you've traded places with Fernando Alonso. Price tag? $287,000. It's called the Ferrari 458 Italia, and it's absolutely fantastic. Fast, beautifully balanced, gorgeous to behold, and with an engine that makes Pavarotti sound like a cheap cabaret act. The 458 is so good, it has its rivals running scared. Lamborghini turned down our invitation to test a Gallardo Superleggera against it. So, we found another Italian to take its place. Yes, it's a motorcycle, a Ducati. Specifically, it's the Ducati 1198S. Coming in at a fraction of the Ferrari's price tag, this $22,000 street racer features a 1.2-litre V-twin engine producing 170 horsepower at 10,000 RPM. More importantly, the 1198S weighs just 438 pounds, compared with the Ferrari's 3,400 pounds, meaning its power-to-weight ratio is an order of magnitude better. With all of Ferrari's high-tech driver aids, driving a supercar at supercar speeds is a whole lot easier than it used to be. It's not quite point it and plant it, but provided you have the Manettino on the right setting, the 458's onboard computers will look after you. The Ducati, on the other hand, is not as forgiving. Make a mistake and it will bite you. Hard. So to tame the beast, we brought along Ducati factory rider Steve Rapp. Which Italian is king of the drag strip? Let's find out. So the Ducati wins, by a lot. The 1198S now 60 miles an hour in 2.7 seconds, with the Ferrari trailing it by 0.3 of a second. By the end of the quarter mile, the Ducati is absolutely flying, crossing the finish line in 10 seconds flat at 145 miles per hour. The Ferrari crosses the line in 11.1 seconds at 125.2 miles per hour. In drag racing terms, that's not even close. Okay, at this point, all you Ferrari fans are already pounding away on your keyboards, posting angry YouTube comments. Of course the Ferrari would lose in a drag race against a Ducati, but around a racetrack, the 458 will murder the bike. Really? Well, let's find out then. Streets of Willow Racetrack. This little circuit in the desert outside of Los Angeles is the perfect spot for Ferrari to exact its revenge on its Italian nemesis. Its 1.8 miles of tarmac offers plenty of tight twists and turns, ideal conditions for the tarmac-hugging Ferrari. Steve Rapp is back again to pilot the Ducati. But of course, we're rooting for the Ferrari, so we have an ace up our sleeve to even things up. That ace is GT2 champion Justin Bell.
9,000 revs as I start my lap around the streets of Willow in the Ferrari 458. And but it really is like being allowed the keys to the castle here. What a car. Obviously, V8, 570 horsepower, and it screams. The gearbox is truly extraordinary. And the responsiveness of the car is so dynamic. You feel that you can do anything with it. The placement of these shift levers is so cool because you're going through the corner, you get a bit sideways like that, and you can just clink it up a gear. Wow. Flat shift. This is a great corner. I'm in 5th gear coming up here, just down to 4th. Oh, bloody hell, that's quick. It's hard not to look like a bit of a rock star in this. And I don't mean in the cruising Rodeo driveway. I mean in a performance where you feel like you truly are driving what has to be one of the best cars ever made. Good Lord. Well, that was one lap. I tell you what, it is a bit like going on a date probably with an Italian supermodel. And you would have reservations whether you're going to be man enough for the job. I'm not sure I was man enough for the job, but either way, you'll leave feeling quite satisfied.
After a warm-up in the Ferrari, Bell gets serious. Time for a hot lap. Crosses the line in 1 minute 22.32 seconds. Fast enough to hold off the Ducati? Let's hope. Steve Rapp's right on it all the way around and delivers a Ferrari-crushing 1 minute 19.3 second lap. That's over 2 seconds faster. So the Ducati defeats the Ferrari comprehensively. Not so fast. On 4 wheels, this Ferrari is one of the all-time greats. Its 0 to 60 time is the 3rd fastest we've ever recorded, beaten only by the mighty Bugatti Veyron and all-wheel drive Porsche 911 Turbo. And around streets of Willow, it has set a Motor Trend production car lap record. A high-performance motorcycle like the Ducati 1198S delivers amazing bang for the buck. Only problem is, you need to be someone as talented and as brave as Steve Rapp to exploit its performance. The Ferrari 458 Italia, on the other hand, is not merely the world's best supercar. It's a supercar that makes us all feel like superstars behind the wheel.
Good Lord!